god of rock and roll. Are you there? It's me, Anthony. Anyway, I really want to be famous. I was wondering if maybe you could help me out with that?
No way, Yahweh, there is no God.
Oh. I'm sorry, who is this?
This is the Lord of the Underworld.
Oh, I must have the wrong number. I was trying to dial 7.
Well, I'm afraid you've dialed wrong, 'cause you've reached 666.
Wow, my mistake. But hey, since I have you on the phone, would you maybe consider becoming my manager? Or maybe you just have some advice on how to write a really big hit song. What do I do?
All you have to do is sing about me. Because the best way to sell art is with controversy. So let's all worship Satan together. It's just for business, not for pleasure. So let's all worship Satan together. It makes everyone's career so much better.
Okay, alright. I know what you're thinking. How could I ask the Prince of Darkness to be my manager? But look, all the stories you've heard about Satan, those are just rumors. You don't even know if they're true. And if Satan is really so bad, then why does he have so many nicknames? Where did those come from? He must have had at least a few friends. Oh, Lucifer, you old devil, you.
Let's all worship Satan together.
Okay, here's the thing. Even when they're not all that great, people just love songs about the devil. But even if this song becomes a really big hit, makes a lot of money, Satan will get paid most of the royalties. You know, that was the deal. But to hell with it. I'm not even worried about anything anymore. Plus, I already sold my soul to the devil, so I could get it to heaven.
Let's all worship Satan together. It's just for right now, it's not forever. Let's all worship Satan together. When it goes out of fashion, never mind whatever. Drank so much coffee today that technically I am on cocaine. I have multiple personalities, but they are all exactly the same. My psychic friend has short-term memory loss, so she remembers tomorrow like it was today. Yesterday I spilled mustard on my mustard-colored jeans, and today there's an invisible stain. Oh no, oh no, oh no, where'd it go? Oh no, the stain appeared without a trace, and that'll never come out. Calories don't count as long as I wear a disguise. Everybody has a birthday coming up. As long as they do not die, the revolution will be televised. In fact, you probably missed it 'cause it wasn't really advertised. I am a pessimistic narcissist. I always feel empty, but I'm full of myself half the time. I don't know, oh no, I don't. I am perfect, but not every time. Oh, I thought the song was done. I am perfect, but not every time.
My sister gave me her new phone number the other day, but I'm pretty lazy, so I just keep using the old number instead. The woman who has that number now is my new sister, and we talk every day. Luckily, they're both named Stephanie, so I didn't even have to change her contact information in my phone. Sometimes I think that my old sister is still trying to reach me, but I don't answer calls from numbers I don't recognize. But anyway, while I was on the phone with Stephanie, she said that she just started doing yoga and she feels better than ever. She said that I should try doing it too. And I never used to take advice from my old sister, but this time I thought, new sister, new me. But when I tried yoga, I pulled a muscle in my back. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. So I tried to call my doctor, but the number must have changed because some guy answered the phone instead. I said, can you recommend something for excruciating back pain? And he said, I think you have the wrong number. And I said, listen, you're my new doctor now and I need your help. What can I do to make my back stop hurting? And he said, I don't know. Have you tried doing yoga? I was so desperate for relief, so I tried it again. And this time, the pain went away instantly. It was incredible. So I called my new sister. I said, guess what? I did yoga. And she said, that's great. How do you feel? So I thought about it. And I said, actually, I feel about the same as before. What a waste of time.
Would you say if I asked you a rhetorical question, hypothetically? And what is the meaning of life? Tell me yes or no. That was a trick question. Or was it? I don't know. I don't have all the answers now. How could I when I don't even have all the questions? Ironically, I complain that I do not get sarcasm. Isn't that just great? I want to be a positive person, but that seems so unlikely. Sometimes I think my mind is playing tricks on me, therefore I'm always right. People say that happiness is a choice.
Zoom can now hear us. Let's make sure that Zoom can see us. Buttons.
No.
Where? There. Yeah, that's it. That's okay. There's that. Do I have a camera? Is it activated? It is now. Oh my God. Happy Sunday, everybody, and welcome to KO Comedy. You guys, I am your tech tonight. I'm Annie Dies-A-Lot. And before we get this show officially on the road, I'm going to go over a few things that everyone can do at home to help this show go nice and smoothly. The very first thing, if you are here in the Zoom room, now is a great time. Go ahead, turn on those mics and cameras. It's the number one thing that helps you guys being able to gauge if you're having a good time, if it's funny or not. Come on, engage with us. We know it's the internet. We know that not everybody wants to show off their faces or their voices. We get it. It's okay. But look at the bottom of your screen. You're going to see a reactions button. You can still use emojis to show us what you think of people's sets. Go ahead. Use them. Just use them. Let's see. Oh, I know. Let's see. Twitch, you guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight. If you want to come be in here in the Zoom room, go to kocomedy.com, sign up for the email. You'll receive the link not just for this show, but for all of our shows, you guys. We do this every day out of the week, so come hang out. It's always a good time. Abigail Hydrangea Brown, great to see you. Unknown 420, that's Sarah Green. Don't forget, you guys, if you are watching over on Twitch, the world's worst AI comedian is hanging out in the chat. Laughing Larry AI, he is there. He is god-awful. If you want to talk to him, he's the worst. He is the worst. If you want to talk to him, just drop a comment at Laughing Larry AI, followed by whatever you want to say. He'll have something to say back to you. It's not going to be any good, but have fun. Have fun playing with our comedian AI. He sucks. He sucks. Let's see. Oh, and if you're here in the Zoom room and you want to go hang out with people on Twitch and Laughing Larry, twitch.tv/Comedy Hub is where all the fun is going down. You guys, we have some really amazing comedians for you tonight, and you are so welcome. Free show. This is a free show. That being said, we still ask that you support everyone you see. Come on. There's the best way. It's totally free. It's totally easy. You can do it right now while I'm talking. That's right. You can give everybody a follow. During everyone's sets, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to splash their Instagram handles, both on my screen and down in the chat. Help them boost their algorithms, you guys. Come on, let's do it. You can see if they're going to be performing near you, if they have new content out. Just so many great reasons to give them a follow. So do that as a thank you. Yes. Also, if you're feeling like it, we won't say no to donation. Oh, no. We too take donations. You guys, we take Venmo at KO-Comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching over on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. And it's the last Friday of February. So it's your last chance to get your name on the February donation board. That's right, because we're going to go ahead and give you a shout out every time you donate. So let's go. And let's see, just one thing left. It's the most important thing that everyone needs to do. You guys, this is a comedy show, so you should be enjoying the show. Enjoy it. It's going to be fun. All right, that's enough of me. Are you guys ready for some awesome comedy? Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
All these muted mics. Yay!
Right. Unmute everybody. It's okay. We can do it. All right, you guys. It is time to begin the show. Your host tonight is absolutely amazing. Give him a follow over at Casey's Comedy. You can also look up his name, Casey McNeil. Just go onto Amazon, type it in. Oh my God, there's a special there. You guys check it out. Give it up for the amazing Casey McNeil.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I have an Amazon special. But it is comedy. I also, though, you guys may know, I am an actor in the movies. You might recognize me from Nothing. Yeah, because I am actually a union background actor. So mostly I'm the guy that, serves the drinks to your favorite actor or drives them in the cab and that sort of thing. So I went tonight, but I am a union actor. So I went tonight to the Screen Actors Guild Awards show, not in California, but every local union has a viewing party. And so we had the New England local union viewing party here. And man, actors are some fucking freaks. They really are. We are the weirdest people in town, man. The weirdest people go. But, you know, it's so funny because the egos, all we do is stand around and talk to each other about the work that we've done, you know, recently. And it's just, I don't know, I got over it myself. But what's funny is that there's a guy who in the group whose claim to fame is that he was almost Luke Skywalker. Yeah, and this is a bragging point for him. He was almost Luke Skywalker. Yeah, he was almost Luke Skywalker. It's so cool. He was almost Luke Skywalker. There's not an ice cube chance in hell he doesn't cry himself to sleep 3 times a year because he was almost Luke Skywalker, right? Like if I had been almost Luke Skywalker, my career would be over. Like you find me in a bar stool in Jersey somewhere going, you don't understand. I could have been one of the greats. Oh man, I have to do. I don't believe in political jokes because that's how that fucker got elected. But I do have one. I do have one Trump joke. It's not really a Trump joke, but it's time. It's there's not that much time to do this shit. Yeah, because I'm gonna be over it. I'm not gonna fucking do jokes about Trump all the time just because he's worthy of jokes. No, I keep hoping that someday I'm going to wake up and this is all going to turn out to have been the Mandela effect. Right? Like I'll go, hey, you guys remember when Trump was president? People go, what do you mean, bro? Shamika Washington is president. Everybody knows that. Like, I mean, Trump was president. That never happened. Like, so for those of you who don't know, the Mandela effect is where half the planet shares a false memory. That and it was so named because the original false memory that people shared was that Nelson Mandela died in the 90s. And about the same time, the same group of people had a false memory that Sinbad made a genie movie. And some of you a lot of us remember, we swear we saw it, okay, this genie movie. But it never happened. And the leading theory is that people come back from the future to right the wrongs of the past, right, and set everything straight. And that's why we remember things that didn't exist. I go, wait a second. You mean to tell me Sinbad made a movie so terrible it killed Nelson Mandela? All right. I went all that way for that joke. All right, so I don't care. I'd do it again. I would. You know this big phenomenon with adult-age children living with their parents? I don't know how many of you have adult-age children living with you. Whenever I poll an audience, there's always some. Let me tell you something. I'm 65 years old. I do not let any of my adult-age children live with me, okay? No way. Because I live with my parents. Yeah, and that's the only way to go. Yeah, no, I actually live with my in-laws. My wife and I live in the family house. There's a lot of that around the Boston area. Dennis will tell you, we live in the family house. Because my in-laws are elderly. My mother-in-law has dementia, and my father-in-law just won't fucking die. No, he's got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel for like fucking 15 years. He just won't go. No, he's okay. My mother-in-law has dementia. My father-in-law has that thing where like, do you know that other thing that old people get? What's it called? Oh yeah, he's an asshole. Or is it, okay, so I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm being bad on my grandpa, on my father-in-law. But all he does is walk around all day to the backdrop of Dr. Phil and Judge Judy. Walks around all day going, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, what the fuck? All day long. And my mother-in-law just randomly 20 times a day gets up and heads towards the door and go, well, I got to go home now. Or randomly spouts out, hello. So all day long to the backdrop of Dr. Phil, right? And Judge Judy, what I get is, Jesus Christ, I got to go home now. What the fuck? Hello. My whole day. So, well, we live, now Dennis can identify with this. We live in kind of a tough neighborhood, okay? Like, if I come to visit, you can shoot a few holes in the wall if you want me to feel at home. I live about 6 blocks from Whitey Bulger's office, just so you know how. And Boston has a phenomenon of rats. There are rats everywhere. and global warming or climate change has made it worse. Every once in a while, one of these little bastards will get in the house. So I come downstairs the other day. I see this big ass rat in the kitchen. I went, Jesus Christ. I hear from the living room, what the fuck? Hello? I said, Jesus Christ. And I look at this rat, and it doesn't run off or anything. You know what it's doing? Eating the fucking cat food. Man, that is a gangster move, right? And it doesn't even move or it doesn't even look at it. It just looks at me like, yeah, your cat knows why I'm here. You know, the cat's over in the corner and go, just let him take it, Dad. Maybe he won't hurt us. Swear to God. So I go down to the Home Depot to get something to do about this rat. And I walk in and I say, hey, you got any rat traps or something? And the lady goes, eating the cat food, huh? Are you fucking kidding me? These rats have got a criminal enterprise where they're intimidating cats citywide in Boston. I thought that was amusing. So I tell my wife about it. She goes, oh, you can't do that joke? You can't do. I said, a rat eating the cat food? What? She said, you can't do that joke about a rat in our house. I'm like, that's a fucking album side. You know, I could write 5 minutes on that. All right, I will leave it alone. I will. Where are we? Oh, I'm just about out of time. So let me find something stunning to close with. You guys done the DNA testing? Very popular. I finally got to take one of those DNA tests. Turns out I'm innocent.
Yeah.
You think you're surprised? You should have seen those Dateline guys. No, I know how to come on. I'm 50-50. I'm 50% Irish, 50% hillbilly. Just means I grew up too lazy to beat my children. I'm kidding. I'm not that lazy. All right, let's get a show going here. You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Got a great show. We got a great show, and we got a good lineup. This guy, I have been on Fan and Friends with him, as well as this show. Please put your hands together for Daniel Biddle.
Hey, homies and friends. Like, not even a part of my set. I just got to take a second and show y'all this glorious bougie-ass vape I just got. This shit looks like if Raz and, like, Louis Vuitton made a fucking vape. It's leather. It's got a chain. Like, sure, I'm straight and it makes me look gay as hell, but I can be a bad bitch, too. Like, I feel glorious with this damn thing. But that aside, so yeah, I'm from Florida. I'm from a small town from Florida. I thought I knew what petty was. Like, I'm from that kind of small town of Florida. Like, we have whole families that don't fuck with other families because 4 generations back, there was like a dispute over cattle grazing rights. Oh yeah, it's like, as soon as that they come down our road, when it goes from pavement to road, or pavement to dirt, it's fucking on, like that kind of resentment. So I thought I knew what petty was. And then I saw that Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show. And y'all, I'm a public school teacher by day, and I thought I knew just about everything. But this teacher, he learned a lesson on petty. Dude, that man didn't bring one of Drake's exes out. He brought 2. He had SZA out there singing, which was Drake's ex. And this is what's crazy, y'all. Because I see it. It's a lot of older people, a lot of white people. Let me explain something to y'all. Let me help you out here. Kendrick is not a singing rapper. Kendrick is a rapper's rapper. Now, SZA's ex, Drake, who Kendrick was just in a beef with, he is a singing rapper. But here's the thing. He and SZA never released anything as glorious or beautiful as Luther or All the Stars, which they did that night. And what was even crazier was after that, they had Serena Crip walking on his grave. It was beautiful. It was awesome, which is another one of Drake's exes, just letting you know, just pulling out all the receipts here. And then during his whole show, Kendrick just kept dodging the camera. He was camera shy, like a fucking open micer being afraid to hit the stage for the first time, right? Like he's dodging everyone's faces until he gets to the line, "Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young." And he stared at the camera with a smile that I swear, y'all, it needs to be studied by psychiatrists, by psychologists, by philosophers, theologians. Like, it was diabolical. It just wasn't demure. It just wasn't demure. And the craziest thing about the entire show, if y'all remember, once again, going back to Casey, Donald Trump was at the Super Bowl. So there's a chance in this timeline that his son, Barron Trump, looked at his daddy, our president, and went, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. And that's the universe I want to live in. I'm just saying. So yeah, my name's Daniel Biddle. I'm a public school teacher by day, stand-up comedian by night. One girl heard that here. She was a college chick, thought she was going to drop the Riz on me. She's like, oh my God, is that true? Are you actually a teacher? I'm like, lady, who's going to lie about making 60% of anyone with a 4-year degree? This isn't the stolen valor you think it is, but yeah, I'm a teacher. She's like, no, you don't get it. You live like a double life doing comedy at night. You're like Batman. Batman? Do you know what they pay public school teachers or comedians? Yeah, I'm not Batman. I'm broke man. The worst part is I kind of do look like Christian Bale, but not Christian Bale Batman. Christian Bale the Machinist. Now, I'm sitting down right now, but if I stood up, you'd be like, oh, that's a live action Tim Burton character. I look like Jack Skellington cosplaying Harry Potter. Let's just be real. I know some of y'all are looking at me like, what in the world does he teach? High school aerospace and aviation. Oh yeah, AP computer science, so peak nerd shit. And just to cap it off, I'm the high school esports coach. Yes, which is crazy. I'm 38. When I went to high school and played video games, they picked on me for that shit. Now they're giving those nerds Letterman jackets. The whole world has changed. And if you don't know what esports is, just think Friday Night Lights meets the video game Halo. Yeah, the slogan's a little different. It's clear sights, full clip, can't lose. It's beautiful. But here's the thing. So it is the video game Halo. They're always playing it, and they're like, Biddle, you gotta play with us. You get in the game with us. I'm like, no, y'all gotta learn to coordinate together. I'm just coach. I'm just here to help y'all out. Then a couple months back, there was like 10 minutes left to practice, right? It wasn't enough time for them to get a full game in, regular. So I was like, you know what, guys? Free for all. Every man for himself. Biddle's jumping in. They all get excited. They're like, yes, let's go. But in their excitement, homies, they messed up. They picked a map big enough where there was vehicles. And once again, I'm a fucking Florida boy. So what do y'all think I did? I found the first 4-wheeler I could find. I jumped on that thing, started hauling ass. And every time I'd see one, I'd fishtail it right into him, kill him instantly. Oh yeah, who do you think won the entire match without firing a single shot? Mr. Biddle. They all jumped up. They're all pissed off. You're like, you're cheating, Mr. Biddle. I'm like, no, you got to learn how to play the game. And I swear to God, y'all, every match they play now, if there's vehicles, they are over that hill like the redneck Dothraki. They are the hillbilly Mongolian horde, and I'm their Cletus Khan. Yay, yay! Just saying. Not only am I a public school teacher, not only am I a stand-up comedian, but because I want no time to myself, I'm also a single dad. Yeah, to a 4-year-old. So while everyone else was like, oh no, the world's ending, me and my genius was like, time to repopulate. Let's go. There's a reason why I'm a comedian, and that's it. Let's go. But no, he's amazing. But having a 4-year-old is different because they argue with you with different logic. Like, for instance, the other day, my son's chilling in the bathtub. What has he got? A giant-ass mosasaur from Jurassic World, and he's just going, right? And I thought I was going to hit him with some dad knowledge. I'm like, hey, son, you know a mosasaur isn't a dinosaur. It's an aquatic reptile. It's like a water lizard. And my son just stops and goes, Dad, it has saurus in the name. I'm 4, not stupid. and I went, no, son, it's an aquatic reptile. It's kind of like an alligator, but with flippers. And he goes, Dad, what does the word dinosaur mean? I'm like, it's like an old Latin language. It means terrible lizard. And I swear to God, my son just goes, yeah, mosasaurus seems pretty terrible, Dad. Yep. And being a single dad, like, it's crazy because you're always trying to find someone to watch when you go do comedy shows that night, right? And my mom is the best person about it. Y'all make some noise for the grandmas out there. A little different with the Zoom show. Sorry. I gotta find someone else to watch him. I gotta find someone else to watch him. She's changing because, for instance, I was watching that Kendrick Lamar halftime special, and I might have said the F word. I might have dropped a fuck. And my child immediately interrupted me. He was like, Dad, you don't say that word. That's Gigi's word. Only she's allowed to say that word. Gotta cut this out. Oh man. So I'm 38. I'm getting a little bit older. Don't kill me, Casey. I can already feel the people coming. But I'm realizing in my 38 years of age that my perception of shit's changing. Like, you remember, like, when you were younger, you used to get wrapped up in the magic, the allure of the holidays, like doing the ritual of all the things, and then you grow older and realize, man, fuck, every day's 420. After that 364th wake and bake, that 365th, it's not a holiday. That's a morning regiment. I'm just saying. Like, after I had back surgery, that shit went from recreational to medicinal real fast. Also, anyone else at that age where you started budging your weed like it's a utility bill? Was it just me? No, I swear to God, there's a whiteboard on it right over there that says rent, gas, electric, more gas because you got to have great weed, and then internet. Like, and it's my favorite utility bill. Like, I have never cussed out the people at my dispensary. I can't tell you how many times I've cussed out my electric company or Comcast. It's real. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over. Y'all have been so amazing. Thank y'all so much.
Yay, Daniel Biddle. Yeah, my budget is outrageous. I spend like $600 a month on weed.
What?
Yeah.
Why? I barely spend $600 on rent.
I wish I was in your situation. Yeah, because I smoke my body weight, Dennis. You know that. So I think that's I bought an ounce for like $50 the other day too. Still, so I'm like, yeah. Let's put it this way: he was bragging about his vape. Here's my vape.
Look at that. Heck yeah.
Okay.
Got that good stuff in it.
You just hit the little red button there. Woo! All right. Nice, huh, Sarah? Okay, so yeah, I tell you, I'm changing in my old age. The one thing I really agree with you, Daniel, is that as you get older in different stages, you sort of like outgrow things or whatever. I'm wondering, like, I went to see Captain America today with my son, and I'm wondering if I've outgrown it. Like, if I didn't think it was possible, like, to outgrow superhero movies or whatever, but I don't know. I'm starting to get like my mother. Like, you never want to see a science fiction movie with your mother, because they'll sit there next to you and go, oh, so in the future they still have to climb stairs? Yeah, Mom, they want the exercise. Oh, in the future they still have to exercise? So yeah, I kind of get like my mother now. So I look at the Batman, like, okay, let's take superheroes. Batman. Great like Batman, love Batman. Got a new Batman movie, love it, everything. But really, does Gotham City really need a Batman? Okay, let's play it out the way that they portray. They've only got like 5 fucking villains, right? They got the Joker, the Riddler, Mr. Freeze. Last time I checked on that, they're pretty easy to pick out of a crowd. Right? They shouldn't be that hard to locate. They always live in slanted buildings. They must have the most inept police force on earth. I can picture one of their cops coming upon the villain. Listen, dispatch, this is car 214. Yeah, we got a heavily armed clown down here. Yeah, he's squatting in a slanted building next to the old amusement park. Oh, that checks out. Okay. I don't know how much clues they need. Okay, you guys, you ready for some more show? Woo! Yeah. I am. I've got one less comic than I thought I had. That's why I'm doing more time in between everybody. Ha! My prerogative. Okay. Our next comic. She has been in the Snow Jam Festival at least 3 times, and she's also been in the Laugh Girl Riot Comedy Festival. I never know how Bobby says that. Is it Laugh Girl Riot Festival or Laugh Girl Riot Comedy Festival or Laugh Comedy Girl Riot Festival? I don't fucking know. She's been in it, and it's a great festival run by Bobby Oliver and Tao Studios in LA. Please put your hands together for Alicia Rain.
Woo!
Yeah.
Great. Yes, thank you, Casey. It's always good to see you. Good to see some folks I haven't seen in a while. It's always awesome. I didn't put up my green screen today because I almost forgot that I was on this show. I opted for the black and white filter and then my striped shirt. I look like a mime who decided to become a kindergarten teacher. It's more of a lateral move, really. Anyway, did anybody else grow up in a military family? No, I'm the only one whose love language is yelling. Okay, all right. Yeah, I grew up with my grandfather, who was a very strict military man, and he was a tough guy. He was so tough that he was stationed in Germany during the Korean War. So he was a tough guy. Yeah, and he was very strict. He ran his household like the military, so much so that I didn't call him Grandpa. Oh no, I called him Yes Sergeant. Yeah, he was so strict that I didn't even know what my first name was until I went to elementary school. Until then, I thought my first name was Recruit. So, but I support the troops. I really do, because without the troops, I wouldn't be here today. That's right. My dad was stationed at Ellsworth Air Force Base, where he met my mom, who was a nurse in town. And 9 months later, this beautiful angel you see before you came along. So absolutely, yes. Thank you, military, for your service. But also, thank you, citizens, for servicing the military.
Hey.
Yeah, growing up, I was always a bit of a wild child, just one of those people who like to live on the edge of my bank account. That's right. Have you ever been so broke that you've gone window shopping at the grocery store? You come upon a jar of ragu spaghetti sauce and thought to yourself, someday I'm going to get me some of that. Or you ever buy the cheap cheese? The kind that's so cheap that it melts at room temperature, but then doesn't melt in the microwave. That's government grade. Government grade. I bought a new car recently, and when I was approved for that auto loan, I was like, suckers. Those people at Bank of America are so gullible. But it's a good car. It goes from 1 to 60 in 10 minutes. And it's got fun amenities like heated seats, but the seats heat up so fast that I'm like, did I just pee my pants? Yeah. But it was interesting with that car because it was the first time I'd ever had to deal with an insurance actual agent. But believe you me, I have plenty of experience with a collection agent. That's right. I have a collection agent. His name's Dave. He likes to send me a Christmas card every year. And that's when I know that it's time to move again. And so I have a weird New Year's Eve every year, while everybody else is singing Old Lang Syne, I'm listening to Old Lang Syne because it's the hold music to the U-Haul. And when everybody else at midnight is trying to find somebody to kiss, at midnight I'm trying to find somebody to help me move because I'm pulling a midnight move out. You're not finding me this year, Dave. Yeah, I'm trying to save money, and I don't know if I'm that successful at it, but I'm trying to stay home more and cook more, and that's not going well because I'm terrible in the kitchen. It's less cooking, more science experiment. The other day I tried to make frosting for cupcakes, and what I made instead was antifreeze. So yeah, I think it's because I'm a klutz in the kitchen. One time I mistook salsa for spaghetti sauce. And it was only later when I was eating the noodles that I was just like, this is kind of spicy. When did ragu make a black bean and corn flavor? When was that? I'm almost dangerous in the kitchen. One time I microwaved a tortilla for 8 minutes. And that microwave was never the same. Weirdly enough, neither was the tortilla. But in the end, everything was fine. Once all that smoke cleared, everything was okay because the microwave was my roommate's. So I was fine. We don't talk anymore. But I do cook one thing. And that's goulash. I don't know if anyone's familiar with goulash, but it's easy, so easy. It only has 3 ingredients: meat, noodles, and a can of tomato soup. Okay, and it's even easier because it's got its own internal timer. Right. You can tell when it's done when you can't taste the metal from the tin can anymore. So, yeah. Speaking of lead poisoning, I recently read an article that stated heavy metals can be found in most dark chocolate. Scary, right? Like lead and cadmium and other Bob Ross paint colors. But what it also said is that soft metals can be found in most milk chocolate. Yep. So you can find Creed and Nickelback in a Snickers near you. I recently took a 23andMe test, and it actually turns out that I am a proud 3rd generation terrible cook. That's right. Yeah, the entire time growing up, I just thought that grilled cheese were burnt sandwiches and that hot dogs had a crust. Yeah, but I don't know if you know this, meat shouldn't really have a crust. But anyway. Yeah, I've got about a minute left, so let me go ahead and do a couple of quick impressions for you. Thanksgiving was kind of a weird holiday for me, but this is my impression of the Thanksgiving turkey. Man, am I stuffed. I heard a couple of laughs there. I hope it wasn't like my least favorite type of cranberry sauce. I hope it wasn't canned laughter. I'm Alicia Ray.
Hey, Alicia Ray. Yeah, you know, the thing, I got a story to tell you about ragu jars or mason jars. Last night, I was headlining a place called Crust Town, and they served my drink in a mason jar. I was like, my soda, you know, I'm like, don't fucking ever serve an OCD guy a drink in a mason jar. You know, I'm like, what was in this last night? The spaghetti sauce? You know, did this have the black beans and corn in it before you served my margarita? Yeah, I don't like that very much. Now that 23andMe stuff, that's something else, man. Everybody's doing it, and I'm afraid to do it because we didn't wear condoms in the 80s. I don't know if you guys are aware, but these tests not only tell you what your ethnic heritage is, they tell you who your actual relatives are. If you're from a hillbilly background like mine, and I know I am, that's not always welcome news. Like, they should call it the hillbilly homewrecker kit. Like, hey, did you get your 23andMe results? I sure did. Let's have a look. Let's see. It says here I'm 50% Irish and 50%. Uncle Billy's my real dad. Do you guys want some more show? Yeah. This guy is great. He and I also performed on Dat Fan and Friends way back when it existed. Now Dat has moved to New York, and we'll see it's up in the air. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm really glad to have this guy here. It's Mike Spiegelman. Woo!
Hi, thanks so much, Casey. Thank you, comedians and everyone here tonight, and KO Comedy. It's great to be here. My name is Mike Spiegelman. You know, I don't want to be TV famous. You know, the only credit I have is I was on a game show, and I don't want people to know that. Like, I don't want to walk down the street and people be like, hey, Mike Spiegelman? Nemo is a clownfish, you fucking idiot. Please, no paparazzi. Take it easy. You know, you ever walk down the street? I can't take it when people put furniture on the sidewalk and they put a sign on it and it says free. I'm like, really? I don't have to pay to walk around your shit? Wow, there's no line. I saw on the sidewalk a ATM card, and I picked it up, and this guy's like, hey, did you see find a lost ATM card? And I'm like, no, but apropos of nothing, what's your mom's maiden name? What street was your first dog born on? Are you a robot? Are you a robot? Are you? Is that, point to the motorcycles. You fucked it up. Point to the streetcars. You fucked that up. Point to the crossing walk. You fucked that up. Thank you. That's my impression of a CAPTCHA. It's great to be here. My name is Mike Spiegelman. It's a real dream to be here. If you don't believe me, check out my dream journal. I do keep a diary, and I was rereading it. It's post-pandemic. I check my diary now like every 2 weeks to make sure that guy did cough near me. I'm okay. But I usually check a couple years prior, and I didn't realize, but rereading it as a kid, like I was really excited to do the daily manly ritual of shit, shower, and shave. But I was a little anxious. But man, when I grew up, I was relieved to know you don't have to do all three at the same time.
Yeah.
There's commas. You don't even have to do 2 out of 3. I have really terrible hand-eye coordination is what I'm trying to say. But I wish I knew that before my bar mitzvah. I was like, I don't want to be a man. You know what they do in the shower is disgusting. By the way, according to my diary, I'm killing it. I do keep a diary. It helps me as I age because I remember details of my life, of my day. I even dream about my day. Makes my dream journal redundant. I'm like, see the diary. I'm not writing this shit twice. Jesus. I read on my phone, the most bootleg movie in the world right now is The Monkey, the horror film. And the second most bootleg movie in the world is the documentary How to Bootleg the Monkey. Which is playing on Tubi. It's playing on Tubi. Guys, it's on Tubi. Is it Tubi? Yeah, it's on Tubi. Look under bootlegs as a category. Tubi's so shot. I don't bootleg online. I'm old school. I go outside Long's Drugs. I look for that guy with a blanket and like his homemade DVD cases. But because I love physical media, I don't know what to tell you. Even my bootlegs. In fact, I don't want to brag, but I just picked up a VHS bootleg of The Monkey. My favorite scene in the bootleg copy of The Monkey is the chase scene when the usher realized someone was there with a camcorder. He's like, "Is that a camcorder? Gotta go." Paid $5. And I know the movie. Listen, I love movies, and I love talking. All my friends are snooty movie cinemaphiles, but they'll say like, "Oh, video games are killing movies," and I would love to agree. But I've been watching movies on my PlayStation. Like I'm no clown. What am I going to say? Yeah, it burns me every time I press triangle. Did you guys watch the Criterion Blu-ray of The Bicycle Thief? Oh, that commentary was so poignant. I had to take a breather and hit select and then square before resuming. I have 3 nieces, and I think they just talk to me for stuff. They butter me up, and then they ask for stuff. They're like, "Oh, hey, Uncle Mike, you're an old school gamer." I'm like, "Yeah, I am. You used to go to the arcade." I'm like, and to go drop quarters in cabinets. I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Buy me a PlayStation." I'm like, "Well, how much is it?" They're like, $600. I'm like, "What? That's 2,400 quarters." We play 4,800 games of doubles. I think we'll break even. I'm going to start putting the quarters now on the screen for 4, 5. Hang on. Only 47,996 left to go. Man, Mike does math. I'm so excited. My dream here in Hollywood is to be a professional Candy Crush player, but I'm realistic. I have a backup dream, which is I'm going to uninstall Candy Crush. This is the year. I'm going to uninstall it, I promise you. I don't want to just say all I do is play Candy Crush and Angry Birds and cut the rope. I also go to the library. I like to pick up the newspaper at the library. And then the newspaper headlines, it's not so exciting. Like I went to the library and I picked up the LA Times. The headline was, "Will Spiegelman go to the library and read today's paper?" See below fold. Yes. I like doing the crossword puzzle in the newspaper. I'm not good at crosswords. I hate trees. Like, screw you. You died to be Wednesday's the Los Angeles Times. I'm using a pencil right now. That's how much I hate you. Right, a little sadistic. I like doing the Sudoku puzzle. I have a phone app that helps me. It's called my number pad. All 9 numbers helps me out. You know, I like Where's Waldo? I actually had to throw that book. I returned that book back to the library. I didn't throw it out.
No.
I got sick and tired coming home, you know, putting my keys on the coffee table, stretching, seeing the book and be like, I don't know where Waldo is. I just got home. Look, I just got home. What a commute. Can we talk about someone else? It's like a toxic relationship. Waldo is part of the triangle of our conversation. We failed the Bechdel test. Where's Waldo book? Can we talk about someone else? Okay, you guys are not going to like my Carmen Sandiego material, but it's good to be here. You know, a little bit about myself, Mike Spiegelman. I am actually the first medicinal marijuana patient. And I even have the letter of medical necessity from my doctor. It says, will somebody get this asshole high? Signed, Mike's doctor. You know, I also, I just want to say cops also like me before I get out of here. Like when I jaywalk, the cops never give me tickets. They just give me these handwritten notes. I like your style. Signed the cop. Well, that's been my time. KO Comedy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Mike Spiegelman. Awesome, man. I tell you, the craziest dude that I ever saw with like distracted driving. The guy, this is like years and years and years ago, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm on my way to work. This guy is clearly on his way to work. He's got his clothes half on, like the shirt's not buttoned. It's got one sleeve on, one sleeve off. He's got an open newspaper across the steering wheel, okay? A cup of coffee in a glass mug on the dashboard, and he's shaving with a cup and fucking brush. Okay. All this stuff, like, man, all I can think of is like, I think I want to party with you. Like, I don't. Crazy, man. That was a good set. Let's go to the board. What's up with that, Annie? We got to hear from Annie a couple more times before we don't hear from her anymore.
Yes, you guys, it's true. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break here in a few weeks, but I'll still be around, you guys. I will still be around. Yes, when you guys donate, we like to say thank you by giving you a shout out. So let the shout out commence. You guys give it up for William Reynolds. Dropped $15 on the board. Tonight, William, I know you like the bongs, so I typed in February bong, and this is what came up. It's a capybara. I don't know what that has to do with February, but I love it. I love it. I'll take 2 of them, please. And also, you guys, give it up for Abigail Hydrangea Brown, dropping $10 on the board. Abigail likes frogs. I typed in February frogs. It said Leap Day, even though that's not happening this year. But guess what? For you, Abigail, it is. Happy Leap Day. All right, you guys. If you want to get your own name on the board, it is really easy. It's really easy. You guys, we take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KO Comedy Shows at gmail.com. If you're watching over on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. So thank you guys so much. We're going to get back to your comedy. Don't forget to follow your host at Casey's Comedy. Also, check out his special over on Amazon. You guys, give it up for Casey McNeil.
Hey, it's still me. You know, I got one more superhero joke. Okay, you guys want this? I watched History Channel. I like to get high and watch History Channel, and I saw this documentary about Wonder Woman. And I don't know if you guys know, but Wonder Woman was created by psychologist William Marston, who based the superhero on his wife, actually on his wife and their mutual lover. He was kind of a poly guy. So based on his wife, and everybody was like, I think that's fucking cool. Like, that must be where we get the truth lasso and stuff, right? But then I started thinking about it. Wow, cool, base a superhero on your wife. What if they based a superhero on my wife? Like, see, my wife wouldn't be like Wonder Woman. Like, my wife wouldn't have superpowers that could kill you. They would just make you feel really bad about yourself for a few days. She would have the kind of superpowers that make you go back to the grocery store 3 times to get the right kind of onion.
Nah.
That is a golden onion. Return for the white onion. I don't think they tried that on Steppenwolf. No, and every superhero has their origin story. So I wonder what my wife's origin story would be, right? I don't know if I can do this not too high. My wife's origin story. After being involved in an accident involving an industrial spill of toxic anxiety, she is now imbued with the powers of a passive-aggressive personality disorder for 5 days a month and uses her powers to ravage against her adversaries over and over and over again until they just don't know what they're fighting about anymore. All right. So you guys ready? You guys ready for the closer of this show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. All the way from Hollywood. Please put your hands together for Dead Air Dennis Mahler.
Yay! It's me, everybody. Hello. Awesome. This is great. Thank you, guys. I love doing these shows, especially Sundays. We have a regular cast of returning guests and returning viewers. So thank you so much, as always, to Jen and to Sarah and to Mike, to William Reynolds and Evil Dave. Love having you guys all come back every week. Evil Dave, it's nice to see that you're in the gym and you're getting those gains. I absolutely love it. By the way, since we were talking about bits, big shout out to Abigail for cheering us 1,000 bits. I don't know if that's Doge or Bitcoin or whatever that is, but thank you so much for giving it to us. Also, thank you everybody for being here and watching tonight. Can you, real quick, Maggie, can you do me a favor? Can you unmute for this set? You've turned on your camera. I've been watching you laugh hysterically during all the comedians. I just want to say thank you. You're either watching a Police Academy movie or you've smoked a Casey McNeil amount of weed. Either one. You've been laughing hysterically. Are you friends with somebody on the show?
I've been enjoying everything though.
You have been, absolutely. Thank you so much.
I love
for
comedy, I do. But I'm here for that. He's in that corner of my screen. That one, the sweatshirt.
Yeah, I can tell.
And the headphones.
But thank you for paying attention. Which, by the way, speaking of Daniel, great job. Give a big round of applause to Daniel. I love how he was like, I'm the esports coach at my school. It's like, yeah, we know. Your
That's hot.
user is number 003. We know. We get it.
No, it's really hot.
Casey was talking earlier about rats. Yes, I'm visiting LA for a month. Me and my dog's sister have been on the road for 3 months, and we're going to be a couple more weeks. We'll be back in Boston for the rest of the year until who knows what happens. Hopefully, I don't lose my job. Anyway, actually, I did lose my job. That's why I'm on this road trip. I'm on a 3-month comedy tour sponsored by the Massachusetts State Unemployment. So, but yes, in Boston, where Casey and I both live, we do have a big rat problem. But here's the thing: the rat problem in Boston is very manageable for me because I'm originally from Baltimore, and in Baltimore we have wharf rats, which are they're the rodents of unusual size. Trust me, they're like the rats. The rats in Boston are small and cute, right? They have little funny accents. The rats in Baltimore, like if you live on a 3rd floor walk up in Baltimore, you don't have rats because they're too fat to walk up 3 flights of stairs.
Yeah, right.
Last time I was in Baltimore, a rat tried to bum a Newport and $3.50 for bus fare off of me. Okay. When I was, let's say I was about 16, 17 years old, I used to work at an Italian pastry shop in Baltimore City in the Little Italy area, and a big, huge rat crawled into the bus pans of our outdoor seating area, and nobody else would do anything about it. They're scared. So because it's Little Italy, of course, there's a baseball bat behind the counter because Italians. So I take the baseball bat and I start walking out like, you guys are a bunch of pussies. It's only a rat. And I'm banging everything up and I get to the bus pan and I'm banging the bus pan with the baseball bat to scare the rat out. And he doesn't scurry off. He just turns around, looks at me and goes, all right, I get it already. I get it. And just slowly crawls away.
You're gonna wish you hadn't asked me to unmute myself.
No, we're glad we love it. The more you laugh, the less these people have to hear this annoying voice. By the way, I also want a big shout out to my friend, my pandemic friend, Alyssa. So nice seeing you on the Zoom. You did a great job of comedy. Give Alyssa a round of applause, everybody.
I love you so much.
I miss you, Alyssa. I miss hanging out with you on Zoom, even though you are zooming from a silent movie.
She was the best. Love her.
She is very good. Yes.
She's
okay,
my best friend. She doesn't know it yet, but we're best friends.
Okay, when I did ask you to unmute, it was just to hear you laugh, not your commentary. Okay.
Okay. No, I gotta mute though. I'll mute.
No, you're fine. No, we'll make this a 2-man show, Maggie. It'll be
No.
you can hold up the testosterone for the both of us, because trust me, according to my doctor, I don't have much of it left. So. By the way, I had to rush together to get all my stuff together for this Zoom, not because I was late, but because I have to put tech stuff together. Which, by the way, I keep staring at my preview screen to make sure that I'm not accidentally showing something embarrassing behind me. All the you don't know how many pizza boxes are holding up this empty pizza boxes are holding up this camera right now. It's about to topple over. Okay. I have been driving around the country, and I'm visiting other cities. Right now, so far, my dog, who is named Sister, and I have been, we've driven almost 8,000 miles on this trip, over 8,000 miles already. We drove from Boston to Key West to LA, and then we'll be driving back to Boston soon. When you drive around the country, when you see other cities, you learn things about other states and cities that you never would have learned from a history book or something like that. I learned that, did you know in the state of South Carolina, it's illegal to put truck nuts on your vehicle? Yeah. South Carolina, you can't choose your or your vehicle's gender. I was in Atlanta. Did you guys know the very first fast food restaurant in the country is in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's still open to this day? Did you know Atlanta, Georgia is the home of Coca-Cola, where it was invented? The state of Georgia sells more Coca-Cola than anywhere else in the world. And the official liquid of Georgia is insulin, because they all have diabetes. I also have diabetes. If you couldn't tell by how far I have to put my camera away from me to make it not look like I weigh 10 pounds on screen. The camera puts on 10 pounds. You know where I was going with that. The wording was not right. Anyway, let's do it. Let's keep talking. It's not been easy dealing with my diabetes, my newly acquired. That's probably not the right word for it. That's not the word my doctor will use. You acquired diabetes, Dennis. We should, I have referred to diabetes like it's a magical item in Zelda, but it's not been easy trying to maintain my diabetes and my medications on the road. And it's because let's be honest, I'll be real with you guys. My diabetes is causing a little bit of depression. It's because, to be honest, type 1 diabetes is a very serious and important medical condition. And type 2 diabetes is my fault. And I was telling this to my doctor. And here's the good news, guys. I do not have type 2 diabetes. I have a third option of diabetes. Oh. Did you guys know there's 3 types of diabetes? Why are there more types of diabetes than there are good Godfather movies? Why do I have more roommates in my apartment than there are versions of diabetes? Speaking of roommates, the job that I'm not working right now, when I was leaving, we started a Biggest Loser competition. And I told them, hey, I'm 43 years old and I have 2 roommates. And they went, that's not going to win you the Biggest Loser award. So I am in LA, in Los Angeles. I've been here for almost a month. I'll be here for about 5 weeks and then head back to Boston. And I've been doing comedy here, and it's been great doing the same type of sad open mics I would be doing in Boston, just in better weather. That's the only difference between LA comedy and Boston comedy is nothing. Everyone hates me here too. It's just the same. What did you know what? I went to a comic book convention yesterday in LA, and it is the prettiest people I've ever seen at a comic book convention. I don't know. I've been to a lot of comic book conventions in my days, and they are usually not good-looking people. LA comic book fans are just a different breed. It was very confusing. But so here's the thing. I'm constantly worried about my looks. Not in a vain way, Like I chose this outfit. Like you guys don't understand. This has been color coordinated. This is color coordinated. Like you don't know. Like I put a lot of effort into making it look like I didn't put any effort into my outfit at all. Like, do you know how I specifically go shopping to find clothes that look like the official uniform of people who always hear deliveries are around back?
I didn't even hear that sentence.
It was a lot of talking, wasn't it, Maggie? That's basically what comedy is. It's all talking. That's fine. Tell you what, I'll give you. I'll leave this on this one, you guys, because we'll talk a little more about diabetes. No, you're fine. Don't worry. Everyone else's silence spoke volumes that you basically said out loud that hurt my feelings. It's fine. It's okay.
You invited that.
I did.
You invited that.
Maggie, I'm just going to be honest with you. This is the best interaction I've had with a woman over the internet through their bedroom that didn't cost me $9.99 a minute. So
You're welcome.
yes, no, that's great. I just can't wait to see the bill later on. That's got to be good. No, of course it would be that I would get diabetes because diabetes does run in my family. In fact, it's the only thing that runs in my family. And the more of us ran in my family, we would have less diabetes. So I've been done it as well. Thank you so much. Good night.
Yay, Dennis Mahler closing out the show. Yeah. This has been a great show. Normally, I would just say thank you, Alicia, for bringing your black and white filter. You look like an old-timey burglar.
Yeah.
Get the mask and stuff. Daniel Biddle, glad to have you. Mike and Dead Air Dennis, so glad to have you guys. But I have to stop for a moment and pay tribute to our fabulous producer, Annie Dysela, who's going to be not with us for a while. She's going to be died a lot for a while. You know the people, how you when you call up the place of business where they used to work and you get the died speech, like they're no longer with us. Right? Like, that person is no longer with us. So yes, she will be joining the dead and no longer with us for a while. So Annie, thank you from all of us. We love you. Give Annie the biggest applause.
Yeah. I mean, fun fact, I will be here next week, Casey. I'll still be here next week.
Yay, so we can do this again. We'll pretend like we didn't even do it. We'll do it again.
Annie is the best KO comedy tech on this show.
Yes, that's right.
Show, yes.
All right, you guys. This has been great. I love you very much. Come back and see us every Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock, whatever that is, that other coast. And we love you. Bye.
Oodles.
Bye, Jinda.
Bye, safely, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thanks, Maggie.
Great show, everybody.
Thanks.